Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this in the world. I hope you guys are doing okay. So for those of you that don't know, Noob Saibot was my main character in Mortal Kombat 11, as well as other games he's featured in. So needless to say, I was interested to see what they were going to do with him in Mortal Kombat 1 in both gameplay design and story. I've watched this trailer over a couple of times now, and I am pleased to say that this is probably the best Chaos Range related trailer so far, and I'd say by quite a bit. There's actually quite a lot of positives to focus on here, and some of them are exhibited by other characters as well. To start with, I don't know if it's just me or if this is a Tanya variant, but she looks much more feminine to me. It might be her hairstyle, but I also thought that she seemed a bit softer in her general design. And in general, I think this design of her is a lot better than the original MK1 design, and hopefully it's something they move forward with. The same sentiment cannot be extended to the weird variants that accompany Noob Saibot in the opening of this trailer. Mohawk Johnny Cage just looks stupid, and I can't imagine much thought went into that one. I haven't spoken much about Sector because the spotlight has really been on Cyrax, but her face model looks quite good to me, and I like the fact that she removes the helmet to speak to Noob Saibot. It allows Noob Saibot to see the emotion on her face as she comes to learn that her Grand Master isn't how she remembers, and it also allows us to get an idea of how close she was to him, how much she might care about him. If you're trying to get an emotional reaction out of the viewers as well as Noob for story purposes, you don't keep the mask on, and this makes complete sense. Outside of that, there isn't much to take away from other characters in this trailer, so let's talk about the direction they're taking Noob in, which to me is the biggest plus of this trailer. Noob Saibot, whose real name is Bihan, is the original Sub-Zero and Grand Master of the Lin Kuei. When he was reborn as Noob Saibot, he was supposed to retain all of his skill whilst receiving new buffs. However, in the original timeline and the second timeline, Noob Saibot was nothing more than a jobber, a joke, cannon fodder. It made absolutely no sense and was one of the worst things about Mortal Kombat in my opinion. This seems to be the reverse in the new timeline. Noob Saibot seems to be a very big deal, and he seems far more deadly than just regular Bihan. We see multiple times in the trailer how he utilizes his new abilities to make it extremely difficult to fight him, something that was underutilized before. His voice acting is stellar, as well as all of the voice acting in this trailer, and he seems to be going down the path of an anti-hero, which I am personally happy about. This actually makes sense considering Bihan was not a through and through villain, but someone that would use harsh tactics for the betterment of his clan and Earthrealm. Tactics that his brother did not agree with, and that's why they had a falling out. Being an anti-hero could potentially mean he'd take on a role similar to Vegeta's in early Dragon Ball, where he fought alongside the heroes, but we didn't necessarily know what he was going to do next or when he might snap, and that adds an interesting dynamic to the character, one that we've never seen before. It could also make him somewhat of a sympathetic character, because now he's become this hideous creature that lives in the dark, but deep down he is still human. Now myself, and a lot of other people have been extremely critical of the new direction of Mortal Kombat 1, and deservedly so, but you gotta give props where props are due. This version of Noob Saibot so far may be the best one we've seen yet. If I had to nitpick, I think having Sector and Cyrax as men would have made this 10 times better. I don't mean this to come across sexist, ladies, but a story of fractured brotherhood between Scorpion, Noob / Sub-Zero, Sector and Cyrax I think would have been so much better, and it would have hit so much harder. It's a story as old as time, and it works every single time. That's not really anything to do with Noob Saibot, but that's just a general criticism of the game's new direction. I feel like there is a missed opportunity there. That being said, well done to NRS for the Noob Saibot redesign. Now onto the gameplay, and I have nothing but praise again for the direction they've gone. For a man that has shadows and dark clones erecting from his body, it was always weird to me how tame and reserved Noob has been in previous games. That's not the case with MK1's Noob. This version of Noob is bitch slapping you from every single angle possible. It almost seems impossible to block unless you're a Shokan, and that's how it should have been from the very beginning. An absolute chaotic rushdown machine that disorientates your opponent with a death by 1000 cuts playstyle. I even said that this is how Noob should have been redesigned in a previous video I made, so I'm very happy to see that this is the direction they decided to go. Noob Saibot, in my opinion, is the saving grace of this combat pack, and probably the most exciting thing about the story mode. I am definitely intrigued to see where he goes, and of course I'll have a full review and breakdown of the story mode following its launch. Because Noob Saibot is my main, I was ready to absolutely tear NRS to shreds, but as I said, respect where respect is due. They've done Bihan justice, and hopefully the feelings I have towards this trailer are now extended to the full release. This is by far the best looking Mortal Kombat character character and the best trailer for Chaos Reigns. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always guys, thank you for all the likes, the new subscriptions, and all of your comments and kind words. I'd like to know what you all think of Chaos Reigns. Are you a Noob Saibot fan? Is this your first time being exposed to him? Do you like the new direction, or do you prefer him being a jobber or somebody that was more in the background in the older games? I'll catch you guys very soon. Take care and peace.